then he can live an ordinary life, which is crazy. So, because we know Chainsaw Man's power is to like erase devils. What if he like eats himself? Will like he forget? Will people forget Chainsaw? How's that gonna work? Are you guys excited to see a War Devil versus Chainsaw Man fight? In chapter 135 of Chainsaw Man, titled Sentimental Drive by Tatsuki Fujimoto, we see that the people are talking about FAKEsaw Man on the news. And then Asa's looking at him and she instantly says, "There's no way this guy is Chainsaw Man. Like, the real Chainsaw Man is a baka, a crude and simple minded person." And Asa says Chainsaw Man isn't this stand up guy, which is funny because in chapter 103, when Denji was trying to reveal his identity to the newscast, he says Chainsaw Man's probably this stand up guy, which according to Asa, he's not. But she then realizes that like he saved her life multiple times. We then cut to Yoru eating a sandwich. It looks like a plain sandwich too, like no toppings. She's asking Asa how could she fall for Chainsaw Man of all people, knowing Chainsaw Man and Yoru have a history, and how Yoru's reassuring Asa how she's head over heels over Chainsaw Man. And then we cut to Yoru saying that war draws nigh or near. Is it nigh or near? And in this chapter, we see how much Asa has gotten to know Chainsaw Man. Yoru says that the falling devil's mere presence temporarily reversed gravity in all the places around the world. She says, all nations suffered damage and simultaneously became poorer. When humans want money, they always go to war. And once they do, they will remember me and fear me, is what Yoru says. She's saying if she gets her strength back, she'll be able to defeat Chainsaw Man, the real Chainsaw Man, the one we saw at the end of part 1. This is crazy, guys. This is like foreshadowing of future Chainsaw Man, full-powered Chainsaw Man versus a full-powered War Devil. Who do you guys think is gonna win? The main character in part 2 or the main character in part 1? We then have Asa remembering, like, having all these fond memories of Chainsaw Man in the previous arc with the Falling Devil. And she doesn't know that it's Denji yet, that things might change when she finds out. And then Yoru breaks the fourth wall, saying no flashbacks. We then get a poem that Asa is, I guess, making up on the spot. I guess it's called Sentimental Drive, like the name of the title. And then we just see Asa saying like this poem that she wrote out loud, written by Asa Mitaka. And while Asa and Yoru are arguing, Famine Devil appears out of nowhere. She's asking Yoru if she's really eating that sandwich plain. Then Famine appears out of nowhere, hugging like the bag of bread. She's asking Yoru if she's really eating that sandwich plain. We then see Asa and Yoru shocked, and then Famine just asks, "Can I eat this?" And then they're just shocked, and then she's like, "Can I eat this?" And they're still shocked. They're asking, "What does she want?" And then she replies, "Can I eat this?" Famine apparently is here to grant both Asa and Yoru's wishes. And then Famine comically asks if she can check their fridge, I guess for more food. She's telling Asa and Yoru that it's possible to grant both of their wishes. It's possible for Asa to save Chainsaw Man, and it's possible for Yoru to defeat Chainsaw Man. They're both perplexed and ask how. Both of their wishes. And Famine asks, the moment Chainsaw Man has given up fighting devils to lead an ordinary human life, that's Denji's dream, is to live an ordinary life. Because he had like a rough childhood growing up with the mafia and the Yakuza. And then the problem is that Chainsaw Man's own heart prevents him from being an ordinary human, is what Famine replies. Famine says that many of the church's followers were saved by Chainsaw Man, and saying that the church wants to save him this time. I guess this church is hunting down all the devils in town so he doesn't have to fight. If everyone forgets about Chainsaw Man, he'll grow weak as a devil, and then he can live an ordinary life, which is crazy. So, because we know Chainsaw Man's power is to like erase devils. What if he like eats himself? Will like he forget? Will people forget Chainsaw? How's that gonna work? And then Famine is asking Asa to join them to fight other devils. While Famine is asking Asa to join, Yoru instantly refuses, and then Famine says that the Chainsaw Man that's on Earth right now isn't the one Yoru is after. The one Yoru is after is the real Pochita, the full-powered Chainsaw Man, at the end of part 1. And Famine is telling Yoru if she wants to fight Chainsaw Man, she needs to turn the red Chainsaw Man back into the ordinary Chainsaw Man. She's saying how there's two Chainsaw Mans, the one that's on Earth, and then the one who is Pochita. Asa is still skeptical of Famine, and Famine confirms that the Chainsaw Man on TV is FAKEsaw Man. And Famine states that these people hunting down devils for Chainsaw Man, they're trying to save Chainsaw Man. I guess maybe give him an ordinary life. We see FAKEsaw Man on the screen again. And Asa just staring at the news. And then at the end of the chapter, we see people giving credit to Asa for the aquarium incident and also the cockroach devil incident. Then people are saying maybe all of the devils that Chainsaw Man defeated was actually Asa who defeated him. We then see Denji looking at the news, and then he's saying how he's just shocked that Asa is getting the credit for him for defeating all the devils he did. What did you guys think of this chapter? Are you guys glad Chainsaw Man came back after its 2-week break? Are you guys excited to see a War Devil versus Chainsaw Man fight? What's that gonna do? And when are the hybrids going to come into play again? Because we know they're immortal basically. And what if they're with public safety? What if like since Yoru is the War Devil and like I guess she can turn things into weapons, what if she like controls like the hybrids like Reze and the spear hybrid? What if she like uses them? It's kind of like a Makima situation, like Makima and the hybrids versus Chainsaw Man, but this time it's Yoru and the hybrids versus Chainsaw Man. Do you guys think that'll be too repetitive, or we might get a War Devil and Chainsaw Man versus Famine? And do you guys think Famine is actually trying to save Chainsaw Man at the end? What do you guys think? And how long do you guys think Denji will stop trying to not be Chainsaw Man? And who do you guys think the next Primal Devil is going to appear? You know Darkness is going to make an appearance. He's probably going to be the last Primal Devil that appears. We all know that Darkness Devil is going to have to make a appearance again. He's probably going to be the last of the Primal Devils to appear. And as to how Yoru will turn Pochita into the real Chainsaw Man, what if like Denji finds power and then Asa does something to power and then that awakens the real Chainsaw Man? Because we know Denji has to find power in hell, probably. I don't know why people thought Power was the fake Chainsaw Man. But we all know that she's currently in hell. So like whenever another primal devil appears, maybe they sent Asa and Denji into hell, and then that's where he reunites with Power. Do you guys think Power will look the same or completely different?